Zeal Education Society, redefining excellence.
Hello friends, I am Professor Shweta Yadav from Department of Electrical Engineering from Zeal College of Engineering and Research. Today we will see an applications of operational amplifier as a comparator. Okay, so name itself tells us that it will compare between two quantities. As we know, our operational amplifiers are having two input signals, inverting and non-inverting, and on these two input signals we may provide two signals which should be compared, and similarly after comparing them we will get an output in a various transitions. So let's see a comparator circuit. Okay, VCC and VEE, two saturation voltages. This is inverting terminal, this is non-inverting terminal, output V0. So on an inverting terminal, I will give a fixed voltage. This will be called as a V reference voltage. So this will be fixed and DC voltage. This is in resistance R. Again on the another terminal R, I will give here input source voltage, that will be V in, and it will be an AC signal. Also here I will give two diodes, and these diodes are used for protection purpose. This protect from excessive input voltage VID which will be applied to these two terminals. Okay, these are also called as suppose I have given this as D1 and D2 diode. These are also called as a clamped diode. Why? Because of these diodes, whatever the VID voltage I will be providing, that will be clamped for 0.7 volt or minus 0.7 volt, and so these diodes are called as a clamped diodes. So basically these diodes are present in some operational amplifier internally only, or for some operational amplifiers we need to put them externally. So in this way we have seen a comparator circuit. Here will be our load RL. Now we will see how this circuit will compare between two quantities. Just I have told you that this will be a time varying signal V in, and this is a fixed reference voltage. So comparator will compare between this time varying signal and this fixed voltage which I have provided here, and similarly it will give output, and that output will change from one saturation level to other saturation level. So let's see how my output will be. So this is my input signal V in. So I will provide a reference signal. This is V reference, this is V in, this is the time axis, this is voltage axis, this is V peak, and this will be minus V peak voltage. And here these are the inputs, and we will get here output. So just I have told you that I will be plotting two lines for the reference. Okay, so whenever this V in is crossing our reference voltage. So now observe here, see, suppose whenever my V in is gradually increasing here, so whenever my V in is increasing, but this V in this comparator I have also provided another voltage, that is DC voltage, and it is also called as a V reference voltage, and this voltage is compared with my input signal. So now this red, which is V in, and this pink is a V reference signal. So this V in will compare with this V reference signal. If my V in is less than my V reference signal, that means my V in is less than my V reference signal. That means my voltage on non-inverting terminal is less than voltage on this inverting terminal. And as we know that if voltage on inverting terminal is more, then I will get a negative saturation. Okay. So here in the output side, suppose we will say that it will be minus V saturation and plus V saturation. And then on output side here, for the time period when my V in is less than my V reference, output will be in minus V saturation. Okay. So as soon as my V in will be equal to V reference. Okay. So V in will be V reference. This is a point where my V in will be equal to V reference. So here both the voltages will be same. So it will not remain in minus V saturation. It will tend towards 0. Okay. Now here V in is greater. Now for this time period, V in is greater than my V reference. Okay. So that means V in, which is applied to non-inverting terminal, is greater, the voltage on this terminal is greater than voltage applied on this inverting terminal. So if this is greater, then positive terminal voltage is greater, so I will get output as a plus V saturation. So here I will get positive V saturation. So for the time period when only V in is greater than V reference, here again it will be 0. So again it will come to 0. Then now for the time period this much where my V in is less than V reference, and for this time period V in is less than 0 also. No matter, it will be less than 0 or any other value. It will only compare with this V reference. So V in is less than V reference for this much time period. Okay. So it may go in negative, it may go in positive side, no matter. It will just compare with V reference. So from here it will again go to the negative saturation, because for this time period my V in voltage, means my non-inverting terminal voltage, is less than my inverting terminal voltage. So here it will be again in a negative saturation. Again further here V in is greater than V reference, so it will go in a again plus V saturation. So here whenever if you will be observing, then the width of positive square wave is less than width of negative square wave. That means the width will go on changing. Here width will go on changing. Okay. So for this on time period, here my V in was greater than V reference voltage. Okay. And for this time period my V in was less than V reference voltage. Again here also my V in was greater than V reference voltage. So what will happen if again I will increase my V reference? Suppose this V in was 5 volt and this V reference was 2 volt. Suppose I will increase this V reference to the 3 volts. Means for example, if I will be increasing more this. Okay. So here if I will be increasing more, then I will show in this blue pen. Again my width of on period will be again lessen. So see, in the red mark I will show that then it will go in this way. I have shown in the same similar diagram only. So don't get confused. So what will happen? If my V reference will increase again, then again my width will go on decreasing. So suppose my V reference will increase more and more, it will again give a square wave, proper square wave. It will actually giving square wave only, but this positive width will get off, okay, and we will get a simple DC line here in output. I mean DC voltage in output, okay. So this we have seen for, this was a non-inverting comparator. This was a non-inverting comparator. But what about inverting comparator? Then what will be the changes in inverting comparator? So in inverting comparator, changes will be only these two terminals will get changed. That means here I will be applying an input voltage to inverting terminal. Here I have applied an input voltage to non-inverting terminal. So here will be my input voltage V in. Here will be my reference voltage. Again diodes. Now I have got a very small space here. Okay. So these are two diodes. These are for protection purpose. So in this way, if my input signal is provided to inverting terminal, then this comparator circuit will only act in an inverse way. Okay, we will see how the output waveforms will be for this. This is my V in. Here will be my V reference voltage. So V saturation and minus V saturation. This is V peak value and this is minus V peak value. So here we will compare just like in non-inverting comparator, how we will comparing. If my V in is greater than V reference, I was getting output in a plus V saturation, and if V in was less than V reference, output was in a minus V saturation. So here we will see. So now V in here is less than V reference. For this time period, my V in is less than V reference. So if my V in is less than V reference, that means positive. Here on the positive terminal voltage is more, that means output will be in a plus saturation. Okay, so here if my V in is less than V saturation, so V in is less than V saturation, output will be in a plus V saturation. Okay, so output now here for V in less than V reference, so my voltage on positive terminal will be more than inverting terminal. So output here I have got a positive saturation. Again on this side, for this time period, V in is more than V saturation. So V in is greater, V reference it should be, V reference. So V in is more than V reference here for this time period, and so if V in is more, so inverting terminal voltage is more than non-inverting terminal, so I will get an inverse wave here. So it will go in a minus V saturation again up till this. Next, again here my V in is less than my V reference, so V in less than V reference, it will be in a positive V saturation. So if we will observe here, V in here was greater than V reference, and here V in was less than V reference. So in this way we have seen a comparator circuits. Applications for these comparator circuits are for we may use this for analog to digital converters or voltage level detectors. So I will here write down applications. Applications are like A to D converters or voltage level detectors. Okay. So now in this lecture only we will see zero crossing detector. So it is a comparator only with V reference 0 voltage. Okay. So 0 crossing detector. I will draw a comparator circuit only for it. As I have told, zero crossing, an immediate application of comparator circuit is a zero crossing detector. So V0, VCC, this is VEE, inverting, non-inverting. Here is output load RL. So see, on the non-inverting terminal I have given an input voltage source V in, and on inverting terminal I have made it grounded. That means that V reference is 0. I have not provided any DC voltage on this inverting terminal, and I have provided an input voltage on this non-inverting terminal. So now how my transitions of my output will change, we will see after it. See, suppose this is my input sine wave which is time varying. Okay, so this is V peak value, and suppose this is minus V peak value 0, and this is here my now V reference has become 0. Here my V reference is 0. That means my output will change equally. So here this is V reference. So whenever my V in will be crossing V reference, these are my, I have taken a projections. So now for the output side here, see, here is 0 voltage, and yes, of course here also I need to give a protection diodes. So as I have told that these diodes are not needed to be given compulsory, but in some operational amplifier they are internally given, in some operational amplifier we need to give it externally. So here if my V in I have given here, suppose it is more, so here is 0 voltage, right? So here now V in is positive, right? So V in, this voltage is more than this 0 voltage. So my voltage on this non-inverting terminal is more than inverting terminal, and so I will get output in a saturation plus. Okay, so here I will get an output plus saturation. And now here as my V in will go on decreasing, but it is on 0 level. So now here also if I will be getting 0 level, so these both are 0, so this will come at a 0 level, output will come at a 0 level. Again my V in is going on decreasing. Okay, so V in this is going on decreasing, so this is a negative voltage. So here voltage on non-inverting terminal is less than inverting terminal, right? So here my output, because the voltage on non-inverting terminal is less than inverting terminal, output will go in a minus V saturation. So it will go in a minus V saturation. So if we will observe this, whenever I will be applying a zero voltage, or if I will be not applying any voltage on another terminal, then and providing one voltage on one input terminal, it may be inverting or non-inverting, then we will observe that my output of operational amplifier will switch in this way. Okay, and it will switch whenever my input wave is crossing this zero line. So it is called as a zero crossing detector. So here whenever it will be crossing a zero line, it will give an output transition will be changing from plus V saturation to minus or minus to plus. If in a similar way, this is a non-inverting zero crossing detector. Just for inverting zero crossing detector, only my input here I will be applying an inverting input, I will applying a input voltage, and this non-inverting terminal I will be making it grounded. So at that time only changes in output will be, suppose this is my input wave, so V reference is now 0, so this is V in, V peak minus V peak. So only the changes will be now here. Assume that here is a input voltage given to inverting terminal and non-inverting terminal is grounded. This output wave will only get changed. For the positive, that is V in greater than 0, I will get here negative saturation. So only the things will be changing negative, and here I will be getting a positive. Okay. So this is V saturation, this is minus V saturation. 0. So we have seen a zero crossing detector in this. So immediate application of this operational amplifier is zero crossing detector. The application of this are used for applications. This is used for sine to square wave generator or sine to square wave converter. Now the problem in this ZCD is, suppose my input frequency is very less. Okay, so here if my input frequency is very less, then switching will be, the switching time, okay, output switching time will be more. Okay, and if in that case this is one of the factor, that switching time will be more. Also, if there will be a noise signal added in input signal, if any noise signal will be added in this input signal, then also my output transitions will change. If that noise, suppose that here the noise will go below zero line, so this output will again change. So this can be eliminated by giving a positive feedback to change faster and eliminate this noise problem. So after this we will see in a schemic trigger how this can be eliminated, this problem can be eliminated, this noise problem and switching time also can be made faster in schemic trigger. So I hope students you have understood comparator and ZCD circuit in this lecture, and thank you for watching this video.
Zeal Education Society, redefining excellence.